All right, I got 3 jokes for you today. 3 jokes, not just one, but 3. How many do you think you're going to get right? I'm going to take a bet. I'm going to make a bet and say that you are going to get 0 right. Try to beat me. If you can get 1 or 2, that's great, because these jokes are pretty advanced, I would say. Okay, let's take a look at the first one. If you're happy and you know it, and then there's a picture, sort of a strange picture. Do you get it? If you're happy and you know it. What is this? That's weird. Okay, well, if we have to take a look at the picture, okay, what is the picture about? Well, there's a piece of meat, right? It's not just any meat. That is ham. Okay, anybody in Canada or the US looking at this picture would know that that is ham. Okay, you probably know that too. But what's this metal thing around the ham? Is that meat? No, that's not meat. That's called a clamp. Okay, a clamp. Now, I don't know why there's a clamp around the ham. Usually a clamp is for holding like wood or something in place so that it doesn't move. Okay, so that's a clamp and the meat is ham. Now, if you read the sentence again, it says, if you're happy and you know it, well, I'll tell you if you don't get it. This is a song, okay? If you're happy and you know it is the first line in a song. Okay, the song is called If You're Happy and You Know It. Do you know that song? Well, it goes like this. If you're happy and you know it, clap your hands. If you're happy and you know it, clap your hands. If you're happy and you know it, then your face will surely show it. If you're happy and you know it, clap your hands. Okay, now I would say most native English speakers in a place like Canada or the US would know instantly when they see these words, if you're happy and you know it, they would know that is a song. It's a song. Okay, so when they look at the picture, they're already thinking of the next line in the song, which is clap your hands. Okay, if you're happy and you know it, clap your hands. So they're already thinking that. And then they look at this picture and they immediately, I think most native English speakers could understand this immediately. When I saw this, I knew immediately why it was funny. Okay, so clap your hands sounds like clamp your hams. Okay, if you clamp the ham, right, it's called clamping the ham. Okay, so if you're happy and you know it, clamp your hams. Clap your hams sounds almost exactly like clap your hands. Can you hear the difference? If I say clap your hands, clamp your hams. Very, very similar, right? You have to be listening really closely to know there's a difference. Okay, so this joke is based on a song. You have to know the song to understand the joke. If you don't know the song, there's no way you can understand this joke. Okay, let's take a look at the next one. So the next one here is we see 2 cats, and one cat says to the other cat, I hear all the mice are organic. Okay, I hear all the mice are organic. And here there's a hole in the wall, a mouse hole, and above the hole it says Whole Foods. Whole Foods, okay? Do you get it? Well, there is an American grocery store called Whole Foods. Actually, it's not just one store, it's a chain of stores. It might be in other countries too, I'm not sure. It's called Whole Foods, and whole is spelled W-H-O-L-E. Whole Foods. Okay, it's a food store that is sort of geared toward like health conscious people who want to live a healthy lifestyle and eat organic food. Okay, so that's why this cat is saying to the other cat, I hear all the mice are organic, right? And it's Whole Foods. Okay, so if you didn't know the name of that grocery store chain called Whole Foods, maybe this joke wouldn't make any sense. Okay, so let's take a look at the third joke. Now, the third joke, there are 2 dogs. This dog says to the other dog, I wonder who the smartest guy in the Bible was. And the other dog says, Abraham. He knew a lot. Abraham, he knew a lot. Do you get the joke? Do you get it? Well, Abraham is a guy in the Bible who had a nephew named Lot. Okay, so this dog is wondering, I wonder who the smartest guy in the Bible was, and then he says, Abraham, he knew a lot. Okay, so the pun is with the word lot. He knew a lot. He knew a guy named Lot. Right? So that's the joke. Now, if you don't know this story in the Bible, it would be really hard to... There's just no chance of understanding this joke. Okay, so what I want to tell you in this lesson is I wanted to show you these three jokes to show you that these jokes have nothing to do with English, right? Really, all these three jokes have nothing to do with English. They have to do with knowledge, right? Just knowledge about stuff, right? This one is knowledge about the Bible. If you don't know the characters in the Bible, there's just no way you're going to get the joke, right? If you don't know about American grocery stores, there's just no way you can get the joke. Even if your English is super advanced, right? You need to know the name of the stores. And then in the first one, you need to have a knowledge of like children's songs, right? So, I mean, most people I know who want to take their English to the next level aren't learning children's songs in English, right? People don't really think about it. They don't say, I want to become a fluent English speaker. Oh, I'm going to learn some children's songs. Or I'm going to look at, some American grocery stores. What kind of grocery stores do they have in the US? Or I'm going to read the Bible, right? People don't really think about this, right? So that's why I wanted to tell you that this, like for me, I got these jokes instantly. I'm not sure if every native English speaker would understand these. Probably not. There are probably lots of native English speakers who wouldn't understand, maybe one or two, or maybe all three of these jokes. I don't know. But I understood these instantly. Why is that? Well, it's because it has nothing to do with English. It has to do with just knowledge about stuff. And not just any stuff. Stuff that is relevant to the place where the language is spoken. Right? In Canada, we speak English. English is the most common language in Canada. Same for the US. English is the most common language there. So, the stuff you need to know in those countries is much different from the stuff you might need to know in India. Like if you grow up in India, let's say you grow up in a Hindu family in India, you would know a lot of stuff, but it's a different set of knowledge than someone like I would have. Right? It's just completely different. There might be areas of overlap, but there are just profound differences. So someone who grew up in like a Hindu family in India, there's just like no chance they would understand this Bible joke. Or there's probably no chance, I don't think there's a Whole Foods in India. I might be wrong. Maybe there are Whole Foods stores in India. And with this one, if you're happy and you know it, like I don't know if Indian kids grow up singing a song, if they would be able to recognize that this is a song, or if they know what ham is. I don't know, do people in India eat ham? I don't know. So you can see that this just has nothing to do with English. So if you want to become an advanced English speaker, you can't do it through English, by studying English. You just have to do it by experiencing more stuff in Western, for example, if you want to learn American English, sometimes there's just huge differences even between British English, American English, Australian English. Canadian English and American English are very similar. There are some differences, but overall they're very similar. So you have to decide what you want to learn and then learn about things in that culture, right? Because culture and language are just linked. They're joined at the hip. In English, if we say something is joined at the hip, you can't separate them. They're joined, right? Even though they're different, even though language and culture are sort of different things, they're joined and you can't separate them. It's like if I were to study Hindi from Canada. Right now I'm in Thailand, okay? But if I were to study Hindi from here in Thailand or back in Canada, I would just never become fluent in Hindi. There's just no way unless I'm really experiencing the culture. Because a language is just tied to the religion, to the food, to the culture, to the customs. to the, I don't know, just every part of a society, right? You can't separate them. But anyway, I just wanted to share these jokes for you and say, show you that these jokes don't have anything to do with learning English. They have everything to do with just knowledge about the culture. So the more you know about the culture, about stuff that isn't directly related to English, probably the better your English will get. So that's my message for today. Hope you guys are having a wonderful day. Let me know down there in the comments if you got these jokes. Did you get one right or two right? Maybe you surprised me and got all three right. Who knows? So let me know down there in the comments. Have a wonderful day, and I'll see you over in the next episode of Mad English TV. Take care.